Hi everyone, this is Sirisha. Welcome back to my channel. Coming to today's video, by looking at the thumbnail, you might be surprised. Do you feel that way? Do you want to know the title of this video? Then watch it completely. In my previous YouTube short video, I asked you to guess the topic. Have you guessed it? If you have guessed it, good to go. But I am not going to reveal it now. To know the topic, please watch it completely. Are you excited? Let's begin. Before going to start the topic, I would like to ask few questions. Are you ready? Here you go. Can you see the object present on the screen? Of course. Yes, it is a rangoli. Can you see the next object present on the screen? What is it? It is a die. Can you tell me how a rangoli is designed or made? Can you tell me how the numbers on a die formed? Are you thinking? A rangoli or a die is formed with the help of dots. Do you agree with me? Yes, of course. Do you know the another word for dot? Yes, it is a point. How do you represent a dot? A small circle or a filled in point. So this is the representation of a point. Do you know the basic unit of geometry? Point is the basic unit of geometry. Point is the basic unit of geometry. So geometry begins with point. Do points have any dimension? No, it has no dimension. It has no dimension. It only indicates position. It only indicates position. How do you represent it? See, this is the representation of a point. Now, how do you denote it? We denote points with capital letters A, B, C, D. You can use X, Y, Z, L, M, N, O. Any letter, but it should be a capital letter. Now, can you give me real life examples for point? I have already given you two examples like rangoli and die. Now, can you give me two examples? What is the object present on the screen? Pen and pencil. The tip of a pen or a pencil is an example of a point. I have already mentioned that a point indicates a position. Point indicates a position. For suppose, if you want to locate a place on a map, how do you locate it? Point New Delhi. Point Uttar Pradesh. So we use points to locate a place. Kerala, Tamil Nadu. To locate the position of any object, we can use points. Have you understood what a point is? I think so. Now let's continue. Are you watching the image displayed on the screen? Can you tell me what it is? It is a road. Now, can you tell me the end of the road? No, we cannot. Am I right? The road extends. This is considered as straight line. Do you know how a line is formed? A line is made up of set of points. So, a set of points form a straight line. For suppose, look at the figures. Have you found any difference in the figures? Yes, each line is longer than the other. A straight line always extends on both sides. You should place an arrow mark at both the ends. So this is the representation of a straight line. It extends on both the ends. A straight line is made up of set of points and it extends on both sides. To indicate that, we have to place arrow marks at the end. How do you denote a straight line? In two ways. So you can use small letters like L, M, N. L, M, N are lines. What is the other way? AB, PQ, XY. This is another way. So how do you write it? So I can notation for straight line. I should write AB. On the top of AB, I should represent the straight line. XY. So if I write like this, it indicates me that XY is a straight line. PQ. You can call it as notation also. Notation of a straight line. This is another way. Small l, m, n. I can call l, m, n are lines. So how is a straight line formed? A line is made up of a set of points. A line is a straight path. So it extends on both sides. Does a straight line have measurement? No, it has no dimension because it extends on both sides. So every time it changes. It has no finite length. How do you represent it? With two arrow marks at the end. A straight path with two arrow marks at the end. How do you denote it? With small letters, like I said, L, M, N in the previous example, or you can represent them like this also. With capital letters, on the top of the letters you have to mention a straight line symbol. So what is AJ called? What is AJ called? AJ is a straight line. It is very clear. If you observe, it has a straight line. At the end, it has an arrow mark. So AJ is a straight line. Now I am going to take a part of it. That is, for example, C and D. I have taken the part of CD. Similarly, I have taken a part of GH also. So what is CD and GH called? So these are line segment. CD is called a line segment. Similarly, GH is also known as a line segment. So what is a line segment? A line segment is a part of straight line. It has two endpoints. A line segment has two endpoints. This is the point and this is one more point. Similarly for G and H, it has two endpoints. Now can you tell me, can you measure a line segment? Yes, of course, we can measure a line segment because it has a finite length. How do you measure a line segment? With the help of scale. So how do you represent a line segment? So capital letter CD. So this is the representation of a line segment. How do you denote line segments? So you should write capital letter CD. On top of it, you should write the symbol of line segment. Similarly, AB, on the top of it, symbol of line segment. So this is the representation and this is the denotation of, you can call it as notation also. This is how we denote line segments. So what is a line segment? A line segment is a part of a line. It has two endpoints. So can you measure a line segment? Yes, because it has a finite length. How do you represent a line segment? So this is the representation of a line segment with two endpoints A and B. How do you denote it, or what is the notation for line segment? With capital letters AB, on the top of it you have to write the symbol of line segment. So this is the denotation or notation. So have you understood what is a line segment? Can you think some real life examples for line segment? Here are some. Length of a pencil, side of a paper, edge of a book, formation of shapes, edge of a blackboard. All these are examples for line segment. By now, you may have understood what a line segment is. Let's continue. Can you see the object present on the screen? Yes, it is a torchlight. What does a torchlight emit? A torchlight emits light rays. Now, consider the word ray. What is meant by a ray? For suppose if you observe AG is called a straight line. A ray is a part of a line. For suppose if you observe BG, it is a part of a line. Similarly, EG, it is also a part of a line. DG, it is also a part of a line. So, a ray has one end point and the other side it extends. If you observe, this is one point and the other side it extends. To indicate extents, we have to put an arrow mark. And this is the representation for ray. Can you measure a ray? No, we cannot measure a ray. Why we cannot measure a ray? A ray has no fixed length because it goes on forever. If you observe, it extends on the other side. So we cannot measure a ray. A ray has no fixed length. What is a ray? A ray is a part of a line. It has one end point and it extends in the other direction. Can you measure a ray? No, we cannot measure a ray because it has infinite length. Because it extends on the other side, we cannot measure a ray. A ray is represented as like this. One end point and the other side it extends. So I have put an arrow mark. So OX. The notation for a ray is write OX capital letters. On top of it, use the symbol of ray. So this is the notation for a ray. I think you have understood what is a ray. Can you think of some real life examples for ray? Yes, of course. Torchlight, sun rays coming from the sun, the light rays that emits from a bulb, all these are examples of a ray. Point, line, ray, line segment, all these are the basic fundamentals of geometry. With the help of points, lines, line segments and rays, angles and shapes are formed. The objects presented in my YouTube short video are examples of today's concept. I think by now you may have guessed the title of today's topic. Basic Fundamentals of Geometry is the title of the topic for this video. I hope you like this video. If you find it engaging, please like, share and subscribe for more videos.